is Friday morning. I don't know, Evan, are we calling it a beautiful morning? I mean, it's a little muggy out, but it's 64, the sunshine.
Oh, it's beautiful, Paul. I've got a low bar. This is beautiful.
So there we go.
Let's go with it.
Well, yeah, you're used to being in here, and there's a foot of snow outside. So.
Crystallized water everywhere. Yeah, well, this is awesome. Even if it rains, it's good for the gardens. You got a garden?
Yes.
You do? Everything growing okay?
Yeah.
Is it your garden or your wife's garden?
Both.
Okay.
Both. She does most of the work, but I helped.
Did you overplant anything this year?
No, we did not.
Okay.
Luckily.
We're new at gardening. We've got a couple Rubbermaid containers that we put some seeds in with some soil. And now we've got cucumber plants coming out of here. Those things grow fast. I don't think we needed 8 of them.
No, probably not.
So we've trimmed a little bit.
I guess now you know too for the future.
Yes, yeah, that's been interesting. But yeah, fun family project. Okay, big news this week is Governor Holcomb announced on Wednesday that we're going to stay at 4.5 stage, which I think, just like most things, we just made up a couple weeks ago. Most things these days we're just flowing with it here. That'll go through the end of the month, which is probably a good thing. It kind of holds everything back at stage 4, really.
Yeah.
And it kind of says, yeah, we're ready for 5, kind of.
Yeah.
Close, yeah. Some
I
areas.
think 4.5 has a little bit fewer restrictions
than 4,
but
yeah.
not.
Must
not
be
a whole
different
lot.
somehow, but I'm not really.
I think we went from having 250 to 260 or something. Like that. Just a few that we can increase on the number of people that can gather.
Well, it's safe to say everyone's kind of holding their breath, so to speak, and waiting to see what happens week to week, day to day. So that'll continue. Thankfully, Indiana's not as bad off as other more populated places or destination places. I'm very grateful for that, and I'm sure we'll hold up pretty well, but still cautious. Be cautious. Okay, congratulations to Ginger Slisher. She is the 2020 Miss Fulton County.
Yep. A lot of picture opportunities for her.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that's a job.
Yeah.
As much as
You
anything.
need to be here at this time. Smile. Yeah.
Even with nothing going on,
Yep.
plenty of opportunities
Sure.
for her.
It's a nice honor. This will be a unique Miss Fulton County experience
Definitely.
of all time, I imagine. Too bad this is happening often, but another postponement of a good local event. This was a first-time event, Nickel Plate Music and Arts Festival. Kind of looking forward to that. Rochester Downtown Partnership is instrumental in that. Originally scheduled at the end of August this year, and that'll be postponed to next year.
Yeah, we made the official decision last week. We had a Zoom call last Thursday and just thought with everything going on, all the uncertainty and everything, would just postpone it for a year. And it really gives us a whole nother year of planning
Yeah, that's
and
great.
prepping. And so we're going to make it better than we even originally anticipated.
I'm sure that'll be true, and with so many things unknown, it's hard to get real solid on any big plans that include lots of people. So
yeah, we kind of had to give ourselves a deadline. It was like it's either a yes or a no, and we just felt this time it's probably safer just to push it back a year.
these times are really challenging decision making, because usually you have a lot more solid lead-ins on what you want to do, and now you can take all the time you want, and it's not going to get any more clear.
Yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to that next year. Okay, the weather's nice right now, Paul, but what are we looking like this weekend?
Hot.
That's a good way to put it.
Well, I'll tell you here. Looks like. Come on, scroll down. There we go. Mostly sunny and hot tomorrow. High 93. Heat index values up around 100.
So you find some water, you get the kiddie pool and the hose out, whatever you got to do.
Sunday, partly sunny, hot, high near 92, but we do see a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon.
Nice.
And there will be some wind gusts up around 20 miles per hour on Sunday. So
Maybe it's time to head out to the Lake Manitou Beach.
yeah.
Give that a shot, cool off a little bit. Well, hey, we got a great show this morning, and our guest this morning, who will be joining us in a little bit, is Jacki Johnson. And she's just finished up a great tax season at Tidewater Executive Tax Service. With the postponement, it kind of extended the season a little. So we'll catch up with her, but we're going to be talking about the Fulton County Pack a Backpack charity program that she's been running for many years, and kind of get an update on that. It is school season. There's been lots of conversation about how schools can continue and what that might look like this year. Might be a little unique, but I'm sure the kids will still need school supplies. So the need is there. Looking forward to speaking with Jacki about that in a little bit. Our trivia is related to backpacks. Paul, who's the world's largest backpack maker? No multiple choice.
No multiple.
Just
choice.
kidding. Just
I was gonna say, what are you trying to do here, Tanner?
A. North Face, B. Nike, or C. JanSport. Don't say anything right now.
No, I won't.
You're thinking.
Yes, I'm thinking.
Okay, we're gonna have a very short sports update for Tanner.
There's not a ton
unfortunately.
going on. Hopefully next week I'll have a little more, as baseball is returning next week. Slated to start on Thursday with the Yankees versus the Nationals, Dodgers, and Giants. And then Friday every other team will be in action. So looks like it's going to happen. I mean, we're less than a week away. So.
Have many players decided I'm not playing?
There have been a handful.
Do they get paid?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I think it depends on the team.
Really?
I think some are going to get paid regardless. Others just...
Wow.
I know the biggest name probably is Buster Posey, former MVP,
Yeah.
catcher for the Giants. He and his wife just adopted twin girls.
Oh, so he's got
And so he
bigger
kind
priorities
of,
now.
and then that's kind of what's happening across the board. If
Okay.
anybody's got some family things, they're kind of opting out. So, and last time I knew, the Cubs were the only team in the whole league not to have a positive COVID test yet. So yeah, he's got the mug. So
Uh-huh.
he's already
Cubs.
ready to go.
At least you get to keep your
So-
team name.
You just jinxed them, Tanner. It doesn't take much to jinx the Cubs.
Exactly.
You guys broke that 2016, so can't use that anymore.
Barely.
Can we not talk
That was a
about
late
that
night.
season?
That was a late
But,
night.
Paul, you just said something about keeping your team name. The
Yeah.
Washington Redskins are getting a new name. As of Monday, their name and logo is officially retired now. So
What's your best guess, Tanner?
I'm gonna go with the Red Tails,
Okay.
and it's after a African American aviation military group.
Well, that might make sense.
Yeah.
You're way more informed than I thought you would be when you offered a
I-
guess. I
I've
didn't
seen
know
that
you've been
thrown
thinking
around.
about this.
I've seen that thrown around
Okay.
a bunch on Twitter, but
So what's Cleveland going with?
well,
See, he doesn't know because we don't even.
here's what my dad proposes Cleveland goes with. Cleveland Rocks.
So I've heard that.
But you already got the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
In
obviously
baseball.
Rock and Roll Hall of
Yeah,
Fame
something
Yeah.
new.
reference.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that'd be smart if they could tie that in, if they decide to change their names. So
But I think they don't have a choice at this point.
they might not. I know the Braves, Chiefs, and Blackhawks are staying put, but I think those are all a little different.
Yeah.
Well, they've been. I don't know why, but it seems like everybody's been after the Indians the last few
Yeah.
years anyway. First Chief Wahoo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then others, and now
But-
the name. And
But I could see
whole-
the tomahawk chop as a crowd. I think that's going to go away everywhere.
Yeah, I do too.
So.
It's probably time.
And then little bummer news here, I think. The annual Rose Bowl parade has been canceled for the first time since World War II. So I was
It's a
telling
long time
Evan,
ago.
I was kind of surprised that they would announce it so far ahead, but I guess with a big event like that, there's probably a bunch of preparation and planning that goes in place, so you probably have to make a decision months and months in advance. So college football, I'm expecting within the next 2 weeks there's going to be a lot of tough decisions made because it's about that time.
Yeah.
It's either go time or time to shut it down. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1856, the Republican Party opened its first national convention in Philadelphia.
Okay.
On this day in 1885, the Statue of Liberty arrived in New York City. What country gave us the Statue of Liberty, Paul? There you go. He's on the rock.
As a machine.
Yeah, no, you just can't stop him.
I didn't know what time that was, like the year. That's,
I didn't either.
I never learned that. I
I'm
don't
sure I probably learned it, but I forgot it.
I was probably supposed to have learned that. But 1885, that's
Yep.
interesting.
On this day in 1962, a guy by the name of Jack Nicklaus won his first major title of his eventual record 18 major titles. He won the U.S. Open at Oakmont Country Club by 3 strokes in an 18-hole playoff with Arnold Palmer.
That would be some neat TV to see.
Another big name,
Wow.
and Arnold Palmer was from that area, so the whole crowd was for Arnold. Arnie's Army was out full force that day, but Jack beat him, and it was the start of a legendary career. So,
Jack was tough.
yeah.
That's still a record, 18?
Yep. Tiger's at 15 or 16. I can't remember off the top of my head. He's right behind him. Don't know if he's going to get there. Time's ticking for him. On this day in 1971, Carole King's album Tapestry, I believe is how you say that, went on to be the #1 album on the U.S. album charts and stayed there for 15 weeks. Pretty long duration there. And today is World Emoji Day, so start using those emojis in your texts.
Get going on that. Let's get that started early.
It's also Peach Ice Cream Day. Sounds like a good flavor.
Yeah, it does.
Tattoo Day and Yellow Pig Day. I'm not really sure.
There's
About that
an
last
inside
one,
thing on
but
that. That doesn't make
I
any
should have read
sense.
more into that one.
Paul
But
probably knows.
Probably
No.
knows everything.
No.
Thank you, Tanner.
You're welcome.
Well, we've got actually an outdoor music event tonight. Now, this outdoor music events is something you can still say separate a little bit with the outdoor air. So some of these things are still going on, like we talked about last week. Well, the Chokers are going to do a little concert kind of in that alleyway beside the Times Theater where they've got the mural on the side of the theater, which is kind of a cool area. 7 to 9 p.m. You can bring a lawn chair, and it's really kind of a concert for free will donations for the theater. So that project to open the theater again.
I believe they had a live concert last Friday at the Rochester Bagel Coffee Shop. So with the same format. So.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone interested in becoming a member of the Rochester School Board, it's time to begin filing candidacy on July 22nd, and you can do that up until August 3rd at noon. Fulton County Habitat for Humanity golf outing will be on Saturday, August 15th this year, and that's an 8 o'clock registration, 9 o'clock tee time. You can become a whole sponsor if your business would like to do that for $100, or you can get a 4-person team for $250, or the deal of the year, both for $300. And you can mail those in to Fulton County Habitat for Humanity, P.O. Box 843, Rochester, Indiana 46975.
Or track down Tanner and go, here, take this.
That'll work too.
Tanner L at firstfederalbanking.com. Okay, RSVP of Fulton County is accepting reservations for a bus trip to Boston, Salem, and Cape Cod. That's later in October, 25th through the 31st. Cost is $919 a person. You can contact Ann King at 223-3716 for more information. And also big news, the Fulton County Public Library is reopening Monday.
Yes, sir.
That's exciting. You can still get curbside pickup if you like.
Yep.
That was kind of a nice service to keep the books moving.
Yeah, Andrea was in the other day and she said they're planning on keeping that until further notice.
Yeah, good.
Because they had a good response from it.
You know, that's really typical of what we've learned through this pandemic, our new service methods, that a lot of those I think will kind of stick around.
Oh,
just
yeah.
because figured out how to do it and the convenience is good. Some people may prefer that going forward. That's great. Hey, we wanted to give some flowers this morning, Paul. The 2020 Fulton County Chamber of Commerce Community Service Award winners, Mark and Joyce Schroff.
Yes.
Great people who've done a lot of service to our community. The Schroffs are very instrumental in the United Ministries Christmas Basket program every year, which is great. And it's neat that they were honored yesterday at that breakfast. So congratulations, Mark and Joyce. In money news, the Dow dropped 0.5% yesterday. And that doesn't seem like a ton, but it ended a 4-day winning streak.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a sell-off there, and drop stemmed from yet another mixed bag of economic reports. June spending for consumers was up bigger than they thought, which is good for the economy, but for the 17th week in a row, over 1 million Americans saw unemployment benefits last week. So kind of never sure exactly which side is going to win out there.
Yeah.
However, thankfully, total number of people getting benefits dropped by 400,000 and that's kind of a good number to see. Hopefully that continues to drop overall over the next few weeks. A lot of big national retailers are requiring masks to be worn nationwide. I think everyone's trying to get mobilized to make another good push to stop infection spread as case numbers have gone up around the country a little bit. And so those are CVS and Target, Walmart and Kroger. There may be a couple of others, but those will start next week, I think, where you'll need to have a mask to go into those retailers. And after 25 years, the Ford Bronco's back.
Ooh.
Fan of that truck?
That was decent.
There's a lot of fans out there, and there's been rumors and talk about the Bronco making a comeback here for a while. So Monday night, Ford introduced the 2021 Bronco. You can probably put in some orders for that. I don't think they're available just
I
yet.
think you can register right now,
Okay.
and then you can go on later and order. So
What do you want, Tanner? The 2-door, the 4-door, or the Sport?
I think the Sport would fit my garage the best. So let's go with that one.
That's like buying something new and then you got to buy the shed to go with it.
Yeah.
It's like a double whammy. You have to buy a new house to get the Bronco.
Exactly.
That's fun. Okay, thinking about First Federal. We'd love to see you today. Our lobby's open. We're there on 9th Street if you didn't know. And open till 5 on Fridays. And then on Saturdays 8:30 to noon also. Monday through Thursday open till 4. If you have an account with First Federal, you can download our FFSB mobile app from your app store and register for mobile and online access really easily. It's like the command center for your personal finances. You can take care of all of your accounts, check all the transactions as they come in, transfer money so you can keep things separated in savings, checking, CD. You can see all of that on there. It's very handy, very helpful. And we've had a lot of people trying it out since we've had lobbies closed there for a few weeks. So encourage you to give it a try if you haven't, because I think you'll really enjoy it. And it'll provide you with some access to your account information, a little bit more hands-on with your finances than maybe you've been able to do in the past. So check that out and give us your feedback. Mortgage rates are extremely low, Paul. I think with so much uncertainty in 2020, rates have just remained extremely low, and they even went back even lower a little bit last week around the country. So we'd love to talk with you. We've got great home lending products, and we're the best at helping you buy a new home. We've got a July special right now where we'll even discount rate and fees for you if you're purchasing a home. So we'd love to talk with you about that. Our loan originators, Ben Dalton and Stacy Wilson here in Rochester, can provide you with some of those details. We like to even encourage a free pre-qualification where we can look over all the information and kind of help you determine maybe that budget number for a house that you might be looking to buy. And that's at no cost, and we like to kind of be good consultants for you on that big life decision. And we take a lot of pride in that. 223-2128 if you'd like to get involved with that, and we'd love to help you. Are you tired of a lot of fees on your deposit accounts, Paul? Well, no, you wouldn't be, because you're here with First Federal.
Yeah.
A lot of people out there think if I've got a deposit account at a bank, I'm just going to get a lot of fees, and that's just the way it is. But that's not the way it is. At First Federal, we've got a free checking account for both consumer and business, and we won't charge you that monthly fee. So you should open one right now. We're giving away a free party tub, which you can ice down your feet maybe this weekend when it's really hot, or
Good use for it.
or some cold water or beverages to keep you cool. So come in today or call in, and we can do that through the drive-up. There's one of those different service methods that I was talking about. And then, do you ever want to retire? You want to get prepared for that eventually? I do too. So you need to contact our financial advisor, Brian Bell, today for more information, 223-2128. And sometimes retirement isn't something you can do spur of the moment. You got to plan years in advance for that. And so you should start thinking of a plan now, no matter what your age. We'd love to help you talk about your goals and then work backwards to figure out a good plan for today for you. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. You know, heck, do all of them.
Please.
Here we go.
Tanner does a great job keeping things updated there and providing you with lots of information about our First Federal family and our communities that we serve. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County, and we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are a member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Our NMLS number is 399927.
I think that makes us legal.
We're official.
There we go.
We'd like to take a moment now and welcome Jacki Johnson to the show.
Thanks
welcome,
for having
Jacki.
me.
Hey, our pleasure. We love having you. So I mentioned earlier the owner of Tidewater Executive Tax Service. You look really fresh today. Is that because of your big holiday yesterday? Tax day's over.
Got pedicures,
That's
went to
awesome.
lunch,
We're
it was
excited
great.
for you. Congratulations on making it through a really, really unique tax year.
It was different for sure.
I'm glad they finally had a deadline, because then at least you can know where you're going to end.
Oh, we were praying. The rumor they're going to extend it. We're like, no more.
Well, we're happy for you. Thank you for helping so many people out with tax preparation. Now, we're not here to really talk about that this morning.
Absolutely.
But since that happened this week, I wanted to congratulate you on it.
Thank you.
We're here to talk about Fulton County Pack a Backpack. Now, this is a charity that you've started and operated for quite a while. Is that right?
Yes, in 2006.
Okay.
We started it and became a 501c3 in 2015.
That's fantastic. Now, this is the time of year when you probably get ramped up. Tell us a little bit about the service that you're providing and what need you're fulfilling.
What we provide is backpacks and school supplies for local children. We include Tippecanoe Valley, Caston, Rochester, Culver. If your child resides in Fulton County, they can come and get a backpack. If you're in need, there is no income verification. If you're in need, you humble yourself enough to come to my door and ask for a backpack, so we just go ahead and accommodate. We take the list of your child and we try to fill it to that list. And since we've been doing it for so many years, it's fine-tuned, so we just order everything and then we take the list and we pack it and then we distribute to the child when they come in.
Now, this is an odd question, but have there been any supply change trends over the several years you've been doing this, or is it pretty much the same supplies I probably had when I was in elementary school or middle school?
Except for earbuds. When you were in school, you didn't need earbuds.
No, I certainly
you
didn't.
have to have earbuds now.
That's interesting.
We try to buy them in bulk, and this year we had to go a little more expensive because we would buy them for the schools, and we're trying to get $2 earbuds, and they were lasting the first week, and teachers weren't liking that. So when people are donating, remember earbuds. We're looking at $4 to $5 a piece for about 600 kids.
Wow, that's a big increase in dollars needed.
Yeah. So we still had to buy the cheap ones this year, so we're probably going to get some complaints. But
Okay. So next year we need to shoot our sights a little bit higher.
yes.
So you said 600 kids.
Yes.
That's all kids that reside in Fulton County.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter what age, or how does that work?
Preschool through senior and high school.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's great. Have those numbers been growing over the several years you've been doing this?
In
14 years?
2006, I gave out maybe 150, and then gradually it increased. And then when people started learning about what we do, we didn't realize how many people out there do need assistance. You don't have to be, on welfare. That's a lot of people think,
Yeah.
oh, I can only get this if I'm on welfare. You can make $60,000 a year and still need help with school supplies. So now that people know that the service is out there, we're getting a lot of people who have 5, 6 kids who need our assistance.
That's great. Well, certainly the awareness has grown, and that's what we're hoping to do today too. If someone's listening and didn't know about this service, tell us about the process for a family that wants to. You mentioned coming to your door.
Yeah.
What would someone need to do that's looking for?
Well,
help
first
with
of all,
this?
they need to register their child, and we
Okay.
have a Facebook page, which is Fulton County Pack a Backpack. So our registration form is on that page. It's a Google Doc.
Okay.
You go in and you fill that out, and once you hit submit, it comes and downloads to our spreadsheet, so we know that your child needs a backpack. This year we're doing it a little different. Last year when you showed up, we packed the bag while you were there. But since the pandemic is here,
Oh, right.
we probably had 300 people in our building last year, and we distribute at the Bell Chase Party venue,
Okay.
which is on the corner of 5th and Main across from McCord's Auto.
Yes.
That's where distribution is.
Okay.
So it was, the people were wrapped around the building last year. So this year, we're going to pack before you get there and then distribute on the 30th and the 31st.
That sounds like a good system for this year.
Yeah, and we are gonna require that everyone wear a mask, even though most of it's gonna happen outside, you might have to enter the building.
Do you collect a lot of data with that registration, or is it?
I do, and I have room on there for 6 kids. And one thing that people do get confused about is when you're filling out the Google Doc, you have to answer every question. So my Facebook blows up messages. I only have 1 kid. So just put NA on the second, third,
good
fourth,
tip.
and 5th kid. So you don't have to blow my Facebook up.
That's
so
a good
funny.
tip.
I laugh every time I get one of those messages. I'm like, I try to put that in the instructions, but people just hit they just hit it and start registering.
We like to do it fast.
Exactly. We're a fast-paced world.
We're speaking with Jacki Johnson from Fulton County Pack a Backpack this morning. Okay, well, what will make this program as successful as you want it to be this year? What do you have any needs, or what can we do to help?
Because we only had limited time to order supplies because the government extended our tax season, which
Yes.
is what we do first, we had to rush and just go ahead and order everything and not count on donated school supplies. So monetary donations are extremely important. It takes us about $17,000 to run this program, and right now in our checking account we have 10.
Okay.
So, but the companies that we use allow us to pre-order and then give us until October to pay. So
We really need to raise $7,000 at
Yeah,
least here in the
yeah.
next month or two.
yeah, and United Way, we will get our next quarter. And
Oh, great.
I want to give a big shout out to United Way because I know everyone in the community donates to that, and we get $5,100 a year from United Way.
Oh, that's
So
excellent.
that's a blessing. So, and $1,000 every year. Fulton County RMC gives us $1,000, and so we always count on them. So we know we start our order as low as we can, but with 600 kids,
600 is a big number.
it is.
It'd be great if we could meet that again this year.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure how it's going to go with the pandemic, but if you are homeschooling or e-learning, you're still going to need school supplies. So we're not going to ask if you're going to homeschool or e-learn. We're just going to distribute the backpack.
Sounds great. Now, I hope we have some listeners that are feeling generous this morning and want to support this great cause. Tell them how they can send you a check to help out with this.
Okay, you can send a check to Tidewater Executive Tax Service, but you can make it out to Fulton County Pack a Backpack at 806 Main Street, down here in Rochester, 46975, or you could just drop it off at our office if you'd like.
That sounds excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to hear about the partnerships in the community that you have that are helping fund this year after year. And I'm hoping today maybe we can get some more partnerships for the coming years, and then we got this mission of 7,000 over the next month or two, and we're going to fulfill that for you.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
We'll help you out as much as we can. Let's
appreciate
get
that.
this done. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jacki, for your leadership and generosity on this project year after year. I know it's been a crazy year this year,
It has.
but the community's behind you, and we'll help get through this and get our students equipped for a good school year, whatever that looks like.
I know, it is up in the air. But everyone just stay tuned to our Facebook page for
Okay.
distribution dates and times. They could change. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message or call the office at Tidewater. Any of the girls there, they're 100% my team, and they help me out with the Fulton County Pack a Backpack as well.
That's great. Give us that phone number if you don't mind.
574-367-7366.
All right, Jacki, thank you so much for
You're
joining
welcome.
us this morning. Appreciate
Thanks for
that.
having me.
You're welcome. Okay, and let's keep on the backpack theme, Paul. Who is the world's largest backpack maker? North Face, Nike, or JanSport?
JanSport.
You're correct. Again.
I only know that because that's what my kids had. I just
Did
guessed.
you have one of those?
I did have one
I did
as a
too.
kid until I got into high school and
No,
I went with the
I made
messenger
a
tag.
question. I'm trying to stump
I
on
was
it.
trying to be a rebel.
It's
Yeah,
not every
you
week.
had an image stuff all done.
Yeah.
I had a
You might have.
JanSport also,
You gotta
and they're
start
still
teaching
around.
them
It
about
sounds.
Oh yeah.
That's great. All right, well, we'll end our show today with some words of wisdom. This is kind of an interesting one. We don't often do philosophers, but sometimes it's fun to throw them in there. It's the French philosopher Simone Weil. I'm not sure the pronunciation of that.
Sounds good to me.
We didn't have French in high school when I was there.
Yeah, no.
Imagination and fiction make up more than 3/4 of our real life.
Interesting.
Ponder that this weekend, Paul.
I will.
Okay. Thank you for having us on. We really enjoyed it this morning.
You're welcome. We'll see you next week.
All right.